Welcome to Tuples. In today's class, we are going to learn about database management system. So today we are going to cover these topics: database management system and its benefits, relational database model, basic terminologies of RDBMS. RDBMS is nothing but relational database management system, and in that we'll be studying relation, tuples, attributes, data items, cardinality, degree, domain, and properties of a relation. And the third topic we are going to cover is the keys. Inside the keys, we are going to learn the primary keys, candidate keys, alternate keys, and foreign keys. First, we are going to learn about database. So a database is nothing but a collection of interrelated data, and these data are stored together to serve for multiple applications. Okay, this database system is basically a computer-based record-keeping system, and the collection of data is usually referred to as a database, and it contains information about a particular logs. Okay. So the database management system, it is nothing but a software. This is a software that is responsible for storing, maintaining, and utilizing the databases. So storing the data, maintaining the data, and when we need the data, when we need to retrieve the data from the table, just we can utilize it by using that software called database management system. And the database along with the database RDBMS is referred to as a database system. So what is meant by a database system? So database system consists of two things, that is a database along with relational database management system. So together it is called as a database system. So the benefits of using the DBMS. So we are not having any duplication of data. So what is the first thing? There is no duplication of data. That means the data redundancy is getting reduced. Redundancy means having more than 2 copies of same data. So in DBMS, we can reduce the duplication of data. And data inconsistency can be avoided. That means that mismatched multiple copies of same data. So the copies of data which is having mismatched with multiple copies. So that can be avoided here. And the third advantage is benefit is secure and shareable data. So it is used for secure data saving. So we can use this database management system, and it is very secure with password. So it is very secure. So it is one of the benefits of using DBMS. So the next topic is relational database model. So the relational database model is nothing but a data that is organized into tables. So the tables, in the sense, we are having rows and columns. So the relational database is nothing but a tables which contains certain rows and number of columns in it. So we are going to study briefly about relational database model. So your question paper will be comprises of relational database model only. So these are the basic terminologies of a database management system under this is a RDBMS. So here RDBMS, this is a table called student. So it has a details of a student. So the first column, it is having student ID, forename, surname, and date of birth. Okay, so each and every column and each and every row are meaningful here. So we will learn the term. So here the student ID, forename, surname, and date of birth. So these are called as field names. And each and every column name, it is called as key field. Okay, and the number of columns here, it is called as a fields. In RDBMS, the columns are also called as fields. Here there is number of rows. which contains a student details. Suppose we are having a row called student ID and a name and surname with date of birth. So this together it is called as a rows, and in DBMS, RDBMS, the rows is also called as records. So the fields is called, so columns is called as a fields and rows is called as records. And the data which is stored inside the table, it is called as a data items. So the next topic we are going to learn is relation. Relation is nothing but a table. So we are calling the relation means it is called as a table. Relation is nothing but a table. So here we are having a table named student. So the student is the name of the table. So the table is nothing but a term which is called as relation. Okay. So the first detail of the student is roll number 1, name is Neha and marks is 87. Okay, so the collection of data of student is there inside the table. This is the structure of the table. And the next topic is a tuple, row or a record. So what is meant by tuple, row or a record? So the tuple is nothing but a rows. I already teach you rows is also called as a records. So I have already said in the previous slide, rows is also called as a record. So there is another term for rows which is called as a tuple. So rows of a relation is called as a tuples. Here we are having number of rows. So 1, Neha and 87. This together forms a tuple, row or a record. So the next we are going to learn is attributes, columns or fields. So I have already said you in the previous slides, columns is also called as a fields. So that is what we are having here. So likewise, rows we are calling it as a record, and another term for rows is tuples. Likewise, the column is also called as a fields, and another new term for column is attributes. So if any of the three it is asked, attribute is also a column and field is also known as a column. Okay, so what is meant by attributes? The columns of the relations are called as a attributes. So we are having the columns here as roll number. See, these are the attributes of the column, and name is one attribute and marks is one attribute. So these are the columns. So they are called as the attributes. Columns of relation are called as attributes, and rows of the relation is called as a tuples. So the next thing is data items. So the data items is nothing but the values which is stored in the table. The values which is stored inside the table is called as a data items. So I have already said you that relation is nothing but a table. So here the value stored in a relation. So you should understand that relation means table. So you should understand and study the value stored in a table is called as a data items. So what are the values here? We are having the set of data up to 5 roll numbers with name and marks of each student. So each and every term inside the name Neha, roll number 2, Nisha, 100 marks. So these all the things are coming under the data items. So the next topic is domain. So domain is nothing but a pool of values. So the pool of values in the sense, pool means it is a set of values. Okay. Set of values. We can say it as a group of values, but which will give you the actual values appearing in the given column. Okay, in suppose if we are getting a domain of a particular column, here in the example we are getting the domain of stream. So the stream has the data items like this. So one is medical and another one is humanities. The third one is commerce and non-medical, which occurs 2 times because 2 persons are studying non-medical. So now if we are applying this domain concept in this stream column, so it will get only the actual values of the particular column. So the actual values means only once it will show you. So here the non-medical it is appearing 2 times, but in the answer part it will show you only 1 time it will show you. So this is the purpose of domain of the stream. So it is getting the medical, humanities, commerce, and the non-medical is appearing only once. So domain is nothing but a set of values or a pool of values or a group of values from which the actual values are appearing in the given column. Suppose if the Neha is present 2 times. So if you are applying the domain of name, then it will give you only 1 Neha. So likewise this domain concept will work. So the next important concept is degree of a relation. Degree of a relation is nothing but degree of a table. So the first thing what you are going to understand is what is meant by a degree. Degree is nothing but number of columns in a relation. Okay, for your understanding, the number of columns in a table. So there is no question paper without this question, degree. So they will ask you degree in each and every database questions part. So the number of columns here in the table student 12. Here the table name is student 12. So inside the student 12 we are having 3 columns. So one is roll number, second one is name, and the third one is stream. So we are having degree is equal to 3. So we should write and count and write the number of columns in a table, that is called as a degree. So the next topic, very important topic, it is cardinality of the relation. So this type of question is also getting asked. So they will ask you together degree and cardinality of a table, given table. So there is no question paper without this question as degree and cardinality. So cardinality is nothing but number of rows in a relation. So I have mentioned you that rows means tuples or records. So each rows is called as one cardinality. So how many rows it is having? This table student 12 ID 12 is having 5 number of rows. So third roll number, fourth roll number and fifth roll number. So here you should count the number of rows 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here the cardinality is 5. So you should not add this the first row. So this is mentioned only for the number of columns. So here you should count number of rows in the table, which is called as a cardinality. So you should know that degree is number of columns in a table and cardinality is number of rows in the given table.